good evening. My name is Jaime Peña Herrera, and I wanted to introduce you to our wonderful dream team without whom this would not be possible tonight. Kevin Berryhill with Napa County, Barbara Hartung with Constellation Brands, Kristen Miller with Moving Forward, and Gianna Ochoa with Kaiser Permanente. Thank you. I've been privileged enough to be working with this group for the last few months, and I'm just incredibly grateful for the talents and the gifts that they brought to the table. Our project, just in case you haven't noticed, is about disaster planning. And in reality, what we wanted to do is create a collaborative effort between the faith-based organizations and government and non-governmental agencies. Our goal was to create a bridge and communication between those groups. We realized there was a gap between them. And so what we did is created a proactive disaster planning. But our project is also about hope. Esperanza means hope in Spanish. And we hope that through our efforts and the efforts of other people, a lot of lives will be saved. We also hope that continuity keeps taking place. Dialogue with the faith-based organizations and other organisms around Napa County will continue to have that dialogue. But lastly, we also hope that this is going to serve as a catalyst for more dialogue and understanding, particularly as it relates to social justice issues. So as we go through our presentation tonight, you may want to be thinking about disasters. So here's some of the risks associated with Napa County, and those are real risks. So as we go through this, think about what would happen if we had a disaster tonight or tomorrow. What would you do? How would you react? Are you ready? Are we prepared? So think about that. So now I'm going to turn it over to Kristen, who's going to tell us a little more about the components of our project. Kristen?
Thank you, Jaime. So when we began this back in December, we really wanted to make sure that we weren't going to duplicate our efforts because we knew that there was already a lot of people out there doing things for disaster preparedness. So we put in a call to Supervisor Brad Wagenknecht and Dr. Karen Smith, the Public Health Officer for Napa County. We worked with Kara May over there. And we also put a call into the Volunteer Center, the Emergency Volunteer Center, and the Nonprofit Coalition. And we brought all of these people together, and what they kept telling us over and over again was that they wanted a list of all the faith-based organizations. So you're like, a list? That's easy. That's like almost too easy. What are we going to do? So we started to do a little bit of research, and we found out that only 20% of the American population is prepared for an emergency. So like if there's 100 of us here, which there's supposed to be, 80 of you would be dead, right? I mean, think about it. If you're not prepared, right? Or knocking on your neighbor's door, okay? So, and like 1 out of 5 of us in our group was prepared. So we were like, this is kind of an emergency situation. What can we do? And then we did a little more research, and we found out that 41% of us are spiritual or religious. It's true. You guys plug in and you belong to some kind of a religious organization. So that was a key. We thought we're going to target the religious organizations. And while Napa County was doing a lot of stuff and reaching out to different businesses and organizations, they weren't targeting the religious community on a large part. So we did that in our focus groups, and then we actually went past the list, and we are offering all of these deliverables up here. But I'm not going to get too much into it. I'm going to let my teammates talk about it. So I'm going to hand you over to Kevin Berryhill. So thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. Well, it's good to be part of the 20%. As part of our project, we developed a few different things that we could use in the community, and one of them was the disaster planning handbook that we left out at the counter out there that hopefully got a chance to look through a little bit. We did that for a couple of reasons. One was we found a lot of good information that's available through the county public health and Red Cross and other agencies, but nothing was really specifically geared towards the faith-based organizational structure. They have a unique organizational structure, and a lot of facilities have great resources, and that was one of the reasons. The other reason was we wanted to engage the 115 agencies that we found to get them excited about the disaster planning and try to get them to come in and coordinate with Napa County Public Health and other emergency type volunteer centers and that type of thing, really just to spearhead the next project. We also developed a GIS, which is a Geographic Information System, if you don't know what GIS stands for. And it's currently available in the Napa County GIS system, and there's public access to it as well. The red dots signify those organizations that we located throughout the entire Napa County. And this is a great tool for planners that want to identify where those resources are for staging areas, temporary housing, lots of different things. In your disaster planning, it's a great tool to use and can expand on it quite a bit. I live in the west side of Napa, in Browns Valley area. You can see there's no little red dot over there, so I'm a little concerned about that. I got a family of 5, and I was lucky to find a volunteer, and she says, "Come on over," in a disaster. So thank you, and I'll turn it over to Barbara.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Kevin. So after our outreach meeting in December, we asked the faith-based organizations, what else can Team Esperanza do for you? And they said, we really feel that we need more training and we need more resources for disaster preparedness. So we spoke with Ann Steinhauer of the American Red Cross, who is here with us tonight. Thank you. Thank you. And we held a training on April 9th at the City Hall Chambers. Thank you, Jill, for making that happen for us. Amazing presentation. We have a terrific handout. I hope all of you can grab one as you leave. There are vital informations in the handout. Contact numbers, emergency contact numbers. You may think that you have them all, but you probably don't. There's the website address for Nixle, where you can get emergency alerts. Just recently with Bottle Rock, a lot of road closures. So those of you who don't know about Nixle, find out. There's also some information about CERT training. I personally am CERT trained and a member of the Napa Emergency Volunteer Center. But lots of things in the presentation from the Red Cross that I did not know. And so just wanted to show you that one of the things I learned from Ann is that if you have a kit underneath your bed, something happens in the middle of the night, God forbid an earthquake, and you need to get out of the house fast, what are you wearing? And you really want to go out there in your bunny slippers and your robe? Well, I don't. So you have this under your bed. You can get dressed, you can get out of the house safely, you don't have to worry about stepping on broken glass. You may not even be able to get to your closet. Your closet might be, halfway down the road. So if you do anything, Red Cross says, get a kit, make a plan, be informed. And if you do nothing else, you would be amazed. There are over 50,000 people in Napa County associated with a faith-based organization, and that Ann has made this training available to all of those congregations at no charge. Think about how many lives can be saved if we reach that entire community. Now, after the Red Cross training, Kara May from Napa County Public Health spoke about the PHONE system. PHONE is an acronym for Public Health Outreach Network for Emergencies. Whew, that's a mouthful. It's a website, and it was designed primarily for businesses and nonprofits, but now the faith-based organizations can also go on. They can log in, create a profile, and get real-time emergency alerts that are specific to their demographics, whether that be where they are in the county or what their congregation type is. It's also available to emergency services personnel, and they can find out who's homebound, who's hooked up to equipment that may fail in a power emergency. They may not have a generator. So it's a really amazing tool. And thank you, Kara May, so much. We're going to have our first ever PHONE meeting. So all of the people associated with PHONE are going to meet on June 17th. So thank you, Kara May, for that. And we have handouts on that for you if you're interested as well. So I'll turn it over to Gianna.
Thank you, Barbara. As you can see here, we have spent a lot of time working on our projects, and we have bonded so well, we even dress alike now. So a lot of information was shared with you tonight, so I just want to recap everything for you. Our vision was to unite faith-based organizations with Napa County Public Health and Emergency Services for disaster preparedness. And our hope is that faith-based organizations would collaborate together on other social issues here for the Napa Valley. So we first developed a faith-based organization database, a complete comprehensive database, and then we were able to map it out on a GIS system, which Kevin had spoke about earlier. We also realized that there was a need for a disaster preparedness handbook for the faith-based organizations. So we created that, and there is some copies for the judges or for whoever would like to see that later. So we also connected the faith-based organization with the phone network, which is an important part of Napa Valley. And we also held workshops through Red Cross, thank you Red Cross, and the door is open now for faith-based organizations to have further training. So a lot of work was done, and we could not have done this without our active, willing community and the faith-based organizations. And it really just goes to show what a strong, beautiful community Napa Valley is. I am an emergency room nurse, and I see tragic incidents frequently, and to see somebody in pain and fear in their eyes, it's just heartbreaking. If we, as a group, has been able to help even one life, our time together has been so very well spent. So hold. Thank you, thank you. We have an extra special little surprise for you. For all of you that missed out on the Bottle Rocks experience this weekend, this is for you. One-time performance only, Leadership Napa Valley, Class 26, Team Esperanza.
Make sure your disaster kit's handy. Keep one in your place, just in case. Most of all, we gotta have faith. We will save you. We will save you. Save you.
We gotta lend a hand, have a smart plan. Come together as one in this county today with devotion and faith. Let's embrace. Together we're stronger to make things safe. We will save you.
Save you.
We will save you.
Save you.
Together we stand with a plan, a mission to inform all of the faith with love and respect. We want to protect all in Napa